The level we're playing here is called Contact. That's the first level of the game. So you land on the island in a nice tropical jungle. You get to fight the Koreans. You get the first few hints about what's going on the island, that there's something weird happening. It's not only the Koreans you fight against. You get to meet your squad mates, and you also get to lose some right from the start. So it turns out to be routine. It's a very easy way into the game. It's sort of like an inbuilt tutorial. So you get hints about different functions. We teach you how to use the nanosuit in different environments. And then we basically give the player the freedom to go ahead and play with it. We decided that on the floor we're showing DirectX 9 actually, running on XP, because our fans are always worried, do I have to buy a completely new computer to play Crysis? And the message we want to give people is no. It looks gorgeous on DirectX 9, it runs on XP, you don't have to upgrade to play Crysis. Of course, what we're showing behind closed doors, over there, is DirectX 10, which is a completely new experience. It looks gorgeous, extra plus, super duper. So the highest quality setting is DirectX 10 only. What we focus on mainly is the interface, making that a lot more smoother. We worked on the nanosuit interface with the mouse. We added a couple of quick keys that you can access suit functions on a keyboard. We tweaked the difficulty settings, which range from easy to delta, because we're being Crytek. We have 4 difficulty modes, not 3. And the hardest one is called delta. And that's something our fans wanted. They wanted like a real hardcore mode where you have no crosshair. The enemies only speak North Korean, not English. So you have no clue what tactics they're shouting to each other. We made easy a lot easier, added a lot more safe spots like checkpoints. And that's the thing we're reacting with the feedback we get from focus tests, which we do a lot. And we always go back to the game and challenge ourselves, challenge the game, say, is it really good enough? Is this exciting? Is it easy enough? Is it too easy? Because we want to give a very good overall experience to everybody. The orientation in the game, how we get players to go in the right direction is a very challenging thing to do. Obviously with the philosophy we have of an open sandbox environment is actually sort of like counterproductive to that. What we try to do is that there's always a very obvious way you can go along, like a road, like a visual reference that leads you towards where we want the player to go. And in between these choke points, we have the open sandboxes, so you can go pretty much anywhere you like in between, and then we funnel the player towards the next spot where we want him to go. And we always try to keep that sort of logical, that it's not too obvious that we want players to go there. Basically, the rule of thumb for design we have, Stan, our level designer, and me, is that it has to make sense if you're in the game world. So if people, they want to go into that direction, you make it very easy to go there. But you also can, fool around in between. Oh, new technology. Basically everything is brand spanking new. We're very proud of that. Crytek has always been very technology happy. We've always been early adopters. Like DirectX 10, we were one of the first ones to play around with DirectX 10 back in the day. We were one of the first ones to start playing around with advanced physics back in the day with Far Cry. Trying to be photorealistic as much as we could be, and we sort of, tried to take things to the logical conclusion. One example is we started making palm trees which look like a photograph. Our R&D department says, okay, physics, what do we need? We need the leaves bending and moving in the wind or from explosions. Then we decided, hey, let's make the tree breakable. Everybody screamed and said, oh no, impossible, we cannot do it. But fortunately, our R&D department rocks, and they managed to do that. And then we had beautiful procedurally breaking trees, which meant you could shoot them in different pieces. Then the next thing was that players wanted to actually pick up the pieces and throw them around or play with them. And then one of the first things players did is run up to a North Korean and say, hey, I want to pick up this guy too, and throw him across the level. And our, a collective sigh went through the studio, and everybody said like, oh my God, what have we started? But then we did that, and that's something we really like to do, that we set ourselves a task and then follow it through to the tiniest little detail. We're very proud of the detail, the level of detail we managed to put into everything. It's graphics, it's technology, in design, in AI, we always try to push the boundary a bit further.